it's your turn.
Hey guys, this is Escotion4 here, back again with a new video for you guys. And today, I am going to be giving you my full review, spoiler review on Dragon Ball Super Super Hero. Alrighty. I kind of did several reviews and I was like, why don't I just do this one review in one shot, not have several reviews? Because I initially did a review when I first watched it. There's my puppy Keiko. When I first watched it, I cheated and watched it online. It's the first time I watched it in Japanese, and I did my review, and then I'm like, I don't know if I should put it up. Maybe I should wait until it comes out in the US and I can watch it in theaters. So I already watched it in theaters, and I can, I guess, give my full review, my full take on the movie now that I've seen it on the big screen, and what I thought. So at first I wasn't sure what to think about the movie, you know, seeing some of the spoiler images that were released, you know, before I even watched it. I'm like, oof, I don't know what to think. Like, and I heard other opinions from other friends that watched it before me, and they're like, oh, I don't know, I didn't care for it too much. And I had like, my expectations were kind of lower for that. I was like, because of those opinions. And I'm like, I don't know, hopefully it's good, you know, I don't know what to expect, because to be honest, Dragon Ball Super Broly set a really high bar. It is one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies ever. I think it probably is my favorite Dragon Ball movie. It was incredible. Everything about that movie was just chef's kiss. Animation style, the action, the story, and you know, I like, that movie made me love Broly. So it was awesome. So like I said, set a high bar. So now that I watched it twice, I can say that I honestly thoroughly enjoyed this movie. The first time I watched it, I enjoyed the movie. Second time watching it, I think I liked it even more, because seeing it on the big screen was just a completely different experience, you know? Like, I was never really one of those people that were super negative about the animation style being CGI. I was kind of like, you know, why did they have to do that? Because I like traditional way better. But I wasn't like, I'm not gonna watch this, or like, I don't know if will be even watchable because of this CGI. I was never like that. So I definitely enjoyed watching it on the big screen better with this CGI format that they decided to go with. It looks nice. It looks really cool. Do I like it better than the traditional? No way. I hope I just stay on traditional. I hope they don't continue doing movies in CGI, like, because I just prefer the traditional drawings. I mean, the way Super Broly looked, it was immaculate. Like, it was so good. So it didn't like hinder the movie or the experience for me. Like, the CGI did not. So the story itself was awesome. I think it was really cool that they decided to make a film focused on Piccolo and Gohan, because hey, they needed some kind of time to shine, that's for sure. I feel like actually we followed Piccolo more than Gohan even. Like, we saw Gohan more towards like the latter half of the film, I think. In my opinion, I felt like I was more connected to Piccolo, you know? I loved seeing him having that relationship with Pan, and training her and trying to teach her how to fly, and just picking her up from school. Like, seeing Piccolo in that, like, I guess fatherly kind of role, you know, it was cool. And he has his house, I like that. Pan is just adorable. I love Pan. I would love to see a movie just about Pan. Why don't they do that? No, but Pan is the cutest, adorable. I love her role in this film, and she had a big role in it, and I love that, because you know I'm a Pan fan. I love Pan. So I also thought it was so funny, like, when Piccolo was just getting so annoyed of like picking up Pan from school all the time. He's like, oh, Gohan, like, you know, if something happens, like, you won't be prepared, because look at you just doing freaking paperwork and all this stuff. Like, you need to focus on some training. It's funny, and he gives him the weighted clothing. He's like, you can't even like function in this clothing. Like, it's how long it's been since you've really been fighting. So, and then Dr. Hito, being Dr. Giro's grandson, technically he really wasn't like bad, like, to be honest. It was just the Red Ribbon Army kind of like manipulating the narrative, making it seem like, you know, Goku and his friends were the evil ones. And I really like also Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. They were great additions, great characters. Of course, sad that one of them died, but he was noble. The way he went out was like, you know, he was selfless in that, right? I think it's cool that Dr. Hiro, he was like kind of like really into superhero aspect, and that's why, hence the title, right? And he kind of modeled Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 with that intention, you know, making them like, you know, for justice and yeah, like superheroes. And in the end, of course, Dr. Hiro and like remaining Gamma and working for Capsule Corp, like what? And Bulma, oh my gosh, she's so vain, using the Dragon Balls to freaking wish for cosmetic surgery stuff, like what? So funny. But yeah, she recruited freaking Dr. Hiro and Gamma. Like Dr. Hito's now gonna do like cosmetic shit, like so funny for Capsule Corp. And she's like, yeah, maybe you can make something like anti-aging. Like, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. You can use your knowledge for that. He's like, okay, I guess. And Gamma's gonna be like a bodyguard security. I guess we'll see more of them, right? Like in the future. I don't know, like people are saying mixed things about whether this is canon or not. Apparently it's just a parallel story with the manga, because it's not really canon to the manga, but it is to the anime. It's a direct sequel to Broly, so it's technically canon to the anime, but not the... I'm confused. If you can clarify that for me in the comments, let me know. I liked Dr. Hiro. I liked the Gammas. They were awesome. Like, I really liked their personality. They're kind of quirky, kind of just cool looking characters. And the English dub was very good too, because I watched it in the theaters in English, and it was awesome. Great, good job, of course, like usual. I liked both versions though, the Japanese and the English. So, and it's true that we honestly don't really see Goku and Vegeta much at all in this movie, besides the one scene that you see them on Beerus's planet. I must say that was an epic scene because it was so funny. And Broly's there, of course, and they're just training on this planet. And it's so funny to see Chilai and Limo like being there as well, and Limo like making all the food, and Beerus like, oh my god, your cooking is incredible. And Beerus having that freaking crush on Chilai. So funny. We were all laughing in the theater at that. Like, he was like, ooh, I like this one. Like, he was giving her like special treatment. I've always liked Beerus and Whis. They're hilarious, awesome characters. Always love them. They're so cool. I'll say that I did like Red Ribbon Army coming back. Some people were like, oh my god, why are they back? I get it, but I thought it was a cool way they kind of did it with the story, you know? And now we see Android 21 is technically canon now, right? Not just for fighters. And we got to see 16's name as well, his real name. Yeah, so I enjoyed the Red Ribbon Army. And then of course we had Cell Max. And Cell Max, woo! Okay, he's a beast. He's a beast. He looks badass. I thought that, like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't really care for the red color scheme, but he was just like a beast Cell, literally. And the only thing I did not like about Cell, I think that they so happened to have like a weak point on his head. Oh, you gotta hit his head so he can explode. I thought it was a little bit of a cheap shot. Like, oh, that's very convenient that he has a spot. I guess they were trying to say like, oh, in case he gets out of control, that's where you hit him. I get it, but... And then the transformations, okay, Piccolo, Orange Piccolo. I definitely... My perception changed on it a bit after seeing it in theaters, because when I first saw it like through my computer, like it looked kind of like, okay, their transformations look a little silly, I must admit, like a big orange Piccolo. But seeing on the big screen, it looks much cooler. It looks much nicer. And still, like, I understand that people that are like, oh my god, like now Orange Piccolo, what are you gonna do, Rainbow next? Like, I get that. But I thought the transformation looked better now that I saw it in theaters. Am I in love with the transformation? Not really, but it is cool. Hey, Piccolo got a power up. It's much been overdue, that's for sure. Like, he's been needing a transformation for a long time. He needed a power up of some sort. Come on. I mean, it's about time. And Gohan's transformation, I guess his name is what, Beast Gohan? That's what people are saying. Is that his official name? I don't know. He looked cool. I think I liked Beast Gohan more than Orange Piccolo's. You know, I think I like the way Beast Gohan looks more. The only thing that's a little silly is just like, his hair is really massive. It just looks kind of funny, like how big that thing is. Like, you notice it more like at the very end when you see Gohan and Piccolo like standing right next to each other. in their transformations, like, oh shit. But I like the silver hair. I like it. And the red eyes looks awesome. And that was epic when he tapped into that finally. Of course, they used Pan as a way for him to like get out and like, oh shit, I'm gonna fight for Pan. Like they have her kidnapped hostage. He looked cool in that transformation. I felt like it was a little bit rushed, that part. I don't know. I wanted to see more of Gohan in that transformation. It was very quick. We got to see Piccolo as Orange Piccolo more than Gohan in his form. So, but for what I got to see of him, he looked badass. And the freaking special beam cannon at the end, that caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, what? Gohan's doing the special beam cannon? That's freaking awesome. Even Piccolo was like, when the hell did you learn that? I've been practicing, you know, in private. Of course, that was awesome. Like, that tie-in there, amazing. You know, Piccolo and Gohan's relationship is one of the best relationships in Dragon Ball, I think, in my opinion. So, honestly, I really enjoyed the film. It had its funny moments. The action at the end was good. Oh, I like seeing Goten and Trunks older, too. It's funny how they said, like, oh, yeah, like, you know, Saiyans, they kind of just have a growth spurt after a certain point. But at the same time, I felt like, I mean, Goku, then he kind of, that's true. When Goku was a kid, he kind of grew up all of a sudden, like he's like really big. So I get it. I feel like Gohan had more of a progression of aging than the others, I think. I don't know, that's how I feel, seeing him little, then teen, and then high school, and then like adult. I don't know. That's how I feel like Gohan had more progression than the others. Anyways, yeah, so I like seeing them older, Goten and Trunks. Only thing I did not like though is Gotenks. Yes, he was funny. Fat Gotenks, hilarious with his ass and all that stuff, like showing. But I would have liked to actually see Gotenks like adult or teen Gotenks. You know what I mean? Like, I would have just wanted to see him regular, like fighting and, you know, trying to kick some ass. That would have been great. They kind of tease it at the very end. They do a proper fusion, but we don't see it. I'm like, why? But that's the only complaint. Like, I really would have liked to see that. You know, I want to see it like teen Gotenks. What other things that I guess did not like too much? I guess some of the pacing was a little bit, in the beginning, was a little bit slow because they're kind of like retelling some of the origin of the Red Ribbon Army. So it's kind of like, okay, we remember, we know this already. And it was just kind of just setting up the plot there. And it was just, the beginning was a little bit slow. Also, I heard some complaints about like how they like use the Dragon Balls to just, I guess, have a power up and stuff, like, you know, Piccolo and stuff. I didn't really care for that part too much. Like, I understand, like, you know, then they couldn't unlock a potential power for Piccolo and he wanted to use Dragon Balls to do that. But I don't know, I feel like he could have possibly achieved another transformation another way, not through Dragon Balls. I mean, I thought that would have been cool, just somehow he achieves it like with the help of the Dragon Balls, and Bulma like so happens to have them all the time, the Dragon Balls, to wish for like cosmetic surgery. But whatever, it's very minor, like that complaint, I guess. Everything else was awesome. You know, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was good. It was a feel-good movie. It was awesome. What'd you guys think? I really liked the action. I liked some of the new characters. I hope for the next movie, if they do a next movie, which I'm sure they probably will, I would like to see a brand new villain, like an actual threatening ass villain. Because I feel like with these Dragon Ball movies, like, we haven't really had a true villain yet, like a new true villain. Because in Battle of Gods, it was Beerus, and Beerus is not a villain. Like, he's not. So, yeah. And then with second one was Resurrection F. Frieza came back, you know. And then Broly. And with Broly, he technically isn't even a villain. Like, he's not a villain. So, you know, he's with Goku and Vegeta, like, training and stuff. He's not like a true villain anymore. Not, like, compared to the original Broly. And then now with this one, Dr. Hito, I guess Red Ribbon Army was, like, a villain and stuff. But, like, themselves were, like, villains. But they're, again, not new villains. And then they have Cell coming back as, like, the boss villain. And he's Cell. Like, we know who he is. He's not someone brand new. And Dr. Hito technically isn't really a villain. Like, he's, you know, working for Capsule Corp now. So that's the only thing. I hope they do that, like, with future stuff, you know, have a true new villain. And a villain, not some guy who ends up being good in the end. You know what I'm saying? But Dragon Ball Super, Superhero, awesome. I loved it. What you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And the end credit scene, epic, hilarious. Everybody was fucking laughing with Vegeta finally beating Goku. Like, what? Finally, I won. You know, like, I love it. That was hilarious. Like, okay, even if it was in that form, hey, like, at least Vegeta ended up winning Goku in some way. It was hilarious. It was great. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought. And until next time, peace out, Gosha Force. Remember to keep breaking limits every single day.
Hey, it's Pan from Dragon Ball GT. And you're watching my good friend SSJ Goshen 4. Yeah!